Hey YouTube family, it's Andrea here at VW Family Farm. It's Saturday. It's a nice day. It's not really that sunny, but it's a nice day. We've already made like a 3-hour trip to pick up the pork we had processed here a while back, where we showed y'all us loading it. We met up with a friend while we were gone and he came home with us. So I'm gonna show you who it is. We're meeting all kinds of YouTube friends lately. We've already met this one once, but this is his first time to come to our farm. So let me show you who it is. Stay tuned. Who's here?
It is Jeff. I'm sure everybody on here knows Jeff.
This is an adventure. Thanks for having me over and let me bring you some
yes, look what he brought.
Beautiful, healthy chickens. So now Andrea's goal of having colorful eggs is coming true. Because look, they've already laid one on their ride over here. I don't know if it's Jeff scaring them so fast, or scaring them from going so fast down the freeway, or
well, in his defense, he was just trying to keep up with us.
Yeah, and Andrea was driving. And
y'all know my unnatural fear of roosters, but I'm facing it today. He brought 2 roosters. Oh, they're pretty too.
Let's take them back here and let them out.
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready. Oh man.
So while Ben is unloading, you want to kind of tell him what you're doing with the chickens, like all the crossing and everything you've been doing?
Yeah, I'm creating olive eggers. So I used a Welshmer rooster, which he's about to be free, or one like him, and I bred them with blue egg-laying hens. And so it's like mixing paint. When you mix blue and put brown on top of the blue, you get olive. So that's what the 5 hens are. And then you've got a Welshmer rooster. His breed lays the dark brown egg.
And that's him, the red one?
Yep, and he is...
that's him over there strutting around.
He's about 1.5 years old. And then that's a white and true blue rooster. His breed lays blue eggs. And he was hatched the end of October this year, so about 6 months.
Okay, so we've got blue egg laying hens, and then we've got...
You've got olive egg laying hens, a blue egg rooster, and a dark brown egg rooster. So that's everything you need to keep pumping out olive eggs and different shades of olive eggs. And
one thing he was saying with the blue egg rooster, you can also mix that with your buff hens and come up with an olive.
That blue egg rooster has 2 blue egg genes, and so that means he automatically passes along a blue egg gene. So whatever you breed him with is gonna, the base of the egg is gonna be blue, and so if it's a light brown, it'll put a light brown shade on it, or so you'll get some kind of blue or green out of all of his chicks.
Y'all know we met Kevin and Sarah yesterday, and Kevin and his nerdy chicken math. Jeff has his own nerdy chicken facts, I guess you'd say. Like, he is the genius, knows all the crossing. I could tell that in the emails him and Ben were sending back and forth. I was like, yes, this is what I've been wanting to know, and Ben's like, wow, this is blowing my mind. Like,
50% is going to have this, 80% and that,
yeah.
Chicken genetic math.
Chicken genetic math, that's what it is.
For olive eggers.
Nerdy chicken genetics, that's what we'll call it.
Yep, but it works and it's fun.
So you're kind of starting this, and then you're going to sell some chicks or eggs. What's kind of your goal?
Chicks would be preferred, and then also laying hens. I'd like to, because I will want to keep some to keep breeding.
Right.
So I'll want to select the ones that I want to keep, and then the extras I can sell. So hopefully I'll be selling the hens and even some roosters also.
Yeah. So y'all stay tuned. Check out his, I don't think we've even said, but y'all probably already know, his channel is Bobblehead Homestead. So check him out. If you're looking for chickens, that's what he's doing over there. So
it's not fast because it takes
it's
6 months from the time a chick hatches until they start laying eggs. So it's a slow process, but I'm step one.
Yes, step one. You got to start. And when you get a chance to snatch some up, you got to do it. So I think that we're his first customer. So I feel really honored. We're going to do some bartering here after a while, some good old country.
This feels like the start of my chicken business.
Yes.
Yeah, see, he's already a rooster.
Yeah.
But and so it's great having you guys be my first customers, and this is an incredible day.
We took him around the world. Me and Ben were talking. We'll have to give instructions on how for him to get back home, because there's a much better way than what we came. But we're going to give him the grand tour around our farm. But we just wanted to let y'all know that he was here, and that we're going to spend the next couple hours showing him around.
We may even put him to work doing chores. We hadn't done chores yet. That's why all the cows are doing that.
Here's the situation. 2 or 3 days ago, we had a cow have twins. One came out dead. We found it. It was already dead when we found it. And the other one's tiny, and it's just done a lot of laying around. But by this morning, we realized there was no evidence that it had gone to the bathroom yet. So that's a sign that it might not have nursed, because they go to the bathroom fairly quickly.
And it's fairly sticky.
And yeah, it's bright yellow, so it's really hard to miss. And there was no evidence of that. So we got a later start than we wanted messing with that cow. So we've not done any feeding, no hay, nothing. So we're gonna take Jeff around while we do it.
I gotta learn something. Yeah. I love learning something.
Time to do chores.
I got him from around here. A guy, Facebook page, The Sculpted Feather. And he breeds those really long feathered chickens. And so that's where I got him. He was part of his son's 4-H project, raising Welsumers for 4-H. And so he came from the Lowell Barber line, and which is supposed to be good genetics. Lowell Barber is one of the people that brought the Welsumers over from Europe. And so yeah, he's about, what, 1.5 years old, and he's a good dude. His sisters are my Welsumer hens. Okay, now...
What about this rooster?
All right, that's a Whiting True Blue rooster.
We're just now starting to get spurs on him, so he's fairly young.
I got them from Murray McMurray Hatchery. They're in Iowa. They're the only place you can get the Whiting True Blues. They were developed by a guy here in Arkansas, Dr. Tom Whiting, and he developed them for their feathers for fly fishing, and came across the blue gene, and so that was he sold that off to Murray McMurray. But yeah, he's about, what, October 23rd, 4th he was hatched. Yeah, and he's already spunky. He should get a little bit bigger, but not a lot.
I love his coloring. He's feisty, I can tell.
He'll eat out of my hand.
Andrea's already getting nervous.
No, I'm not nervous, but he's just like prancing around like he owns the place.
And these two grew up together, so they're... See, I can point at him and he'll run away.
That's funny. That's the kind I like.
Yep.
All right, so now you got the gray hen with the black.
Yeah, there are two of those. There's one with brown and one with black head. And those are the two youngest. Those I hatched out September 7th and 8th. So, yeah. Well, you can at least tell them apart from the black and the brown.
Right.
And all of these hens, you call Easter eggers or olive eggers?
Olive eggers.
Olive eggers,
yeah.
Okay.
Similar to Easter eggers.
Yeah.
Let's see. That one she was hatched July 7th, 8th, and that one up there was hatched July 7th, 8th. So those two are the oldest. And those were hatched by my neighbor, his hen, when she went broody. So yeah, and then this one was hatched by my other broody hen on August the 2nd. So they're all young and they're all laying, and
do these go broody pretty quick? I mean, I'm trying to find some broody.
Yeah, no.
They go broody pretty easy.
They do. They don't go broody.
They don't.
Okay. They don't go broody.
Our buffs don't either.
I don't know if these will. I mean, they're so young, it might happen. But the Whiting True Blues and the Welsomer, both of those breeds are not known for broodiness. So, but you never know.
No.
Yeah, the other 2 hens that I had go broody are just mutts. One was there at the property when I got it, and the other one was my neighbor. So.
Was that number 3?
Number 2.
Number 2.
So that's about any other questions you have on these. Now these hens, they have 1 white egg gene and 1 blue egg gene. Then they also have separate brown egg genes to put that layer. So they could pass either one of those along to their offspring. That's why half of their offspring might lay brown eggs and the other half would lay olive eggs. And so yeah. I didn't know that when I started breeding olive eggers. That's something I learned later.
That's interesting.
So how many do you got total right now?
I have 30 chickens right now.
Yeah.
I was up to like 55, so.
Wow.
That's a lot to feed.
It is.
Do you have a place to go with your eggs? Like for people eating your eggs? Or
I've just been giving them to neighbors so far. Over the winter, I didn't have any extras, but now they're really pumping out.
Right.
So, so yeah, I need to find some sources.
Yes.
Well, even 5 or 6 dozen a week extra is a lot more than I can eat.
Yeah. And they pile up in a hurry. Okay, so these have a white egg gene and a brown egg gene, you said?
And a blue egg gene.
They got 3 egg genes.
They've got 3.
But
So
they're
they
just
could
going to
pass
lay
any
an
of
olive.
those. They're going to lay an olive.
And then that's liable to have a blue egg.
So that's why you're saying their offspring could lay any number of
Yeah,
things.
the brown is kind of separate. It's an additional gene to the blue and the white.
Okay.
Your brown egg layers, they all have 2 white egg genes.
Okay.
And so when you crack open a brown egg, the inside of it's white.
Right.
When you crack open a green egg, the inside of it will be blue. So all eggs start out as white or blue, and the blue egg gene is dominant. So like these, if they didn't have the brown in them, they would have 1 white egg gene and 1 blue egg gene. They would lay blue eggs.
Okay.
Because that's dominant for whatever reason.
Okay.
And then that brown is just what goes on top of the white or goes on top of the blue. And so, yeah,
That's what'll make the olive.
Yep, and so they can pass along that white egg gene or the blue egg gene.
He senses my fear.
He's testing you.
Yeah, he's
It's
testing.
either a rooster or a dog going to test your fear.
I know it. And I'm almost more afraid of roosters. Look at him. He's going to do it.
No, he's not.
Oh, my.
I raised them from baby chicks, so they should be nice. Although, honestly, the Whiting True Blues are not known as the friendliest.
Right.
Yeah. I can already sense he's going to hate me. Look at him.
I think he'll be a good boy.
Yeah.
I remember when you were this big, dude. But they just started crowing like 2 weeks ago, and he's got the pathetic cockadoodle going on.
Are we going to be friends? Okay, you're walking away.
They'll all eat out of your hand if you. Dude, you got some growing up to do.
Oh, you're going to bribe him. Only one's falling for it are the roosters. No, here's some hens. Wow. That is funny. All right, guys, I'm wrapping up another video after the fact of it happened. But Bobblehead came, Jeff actually came and spent Saturday afternoon with us. We had a blast taking him around. Our plan was really to get everything done early Saturday morning and just be able to hang out with him. But we had a cow problem we had a cow, I call them moms, have twins. One came out dead, and one, when we went and looked at them Saturday morning, because we're checking them 2 and 3 times a day right now, it had never nursed. So we wound up having to get that cow up, and we got it on its mom. That situation turned out good. Those are just the little things that are gonna come up. No big deal after having the mass problem. One little problem here and there we feel like we can handle, but that set us back on our time. And then we had to go pick up pork and meet Jeff back here. He actually followed us back, and we hadn't done any of our daily stuff. But I told Ben on the way back, I said, you know, this might work out good. He'll get a really good glimpse of what it's like, what we do on a daily basis. And it was perfect. He went around with us, and we rode him around and showed him all the cows and feeding hay and all that. So it turned out perfect. I think it turned out the way it was meant to. We had a really great time with him. I'm going to take y'all out before I wrap this up and show you the chickens. So you can see they're doing good. They're gonna stay in that little coop area in the barn for a little bit just to get used to being here and all that. And then I'm probably gonna incorporate them with my buffs. And we've actually got a really nice viewer that's actually bringing me some more eggs and possibly some chicks at the shindig. So I'm pumped about that. I need to show you the eggs that these girls are laying. They're laying, they're olive eggers. So they're laying like an olive, but some of them have a blue tint. There's a really nice variety of shades in amongst these girls. So I'll show you those one day. See, what else do I want to share with y'all? The shindig is coming up next weekend, not this coming up weekend, but the next. So almost 2 weeks away, a little less. We are pumped about it. If you're wanting to be a vendor, please sign up ASAP to ensure that you get a table. If you wait till the last minute, we probably won't be able to get you a table. So go ahead and sign up, send the vendor fee to that PayPal link, and go ahead and get your spot reserved. And I hope you're making plans to come. We had someone, I don't know if they were new to our channel or what, but they were confused about the location, whether it was still at our farm. It's not at our farm anymore. It has outgrown our farm. We have over 1,000 people registered to come. I don't know if that many will show up, but that's how many have registered for tickets. It is at the fairgrounds in Searcy, Arkansas. And if you've signed up for a ticket, that address is out there everywhere for the fairgrounds. So check that out. So I wanted to end on this note. We just spent time with Bobblehead. You can see Jeff on this video, and we had a great time. We met Kevin and Sarah. Actually, the day before we met Jeff, and we'd met Jeff one other time too. We're personal friends with Jess and Jeremiah over at Roots and Refuge. Let's see. I know we've met some other YouTubers as well that we didn't know previously. And it just blows my mind. We were talking about this with Jeff and with some different people. But isn't it crazy with the state that the world is in and how there's so much hate and so much just bad things? Turn on the news for about 5 minutes and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just people just being hateful to each other and just bad stories, crime and all that. But this homesteading community, it's just something special. It's like a little glimpse of how it's supposed to be, if that makes sense. Jeff was sharing with us things that people have done for him, and we were sharing with him things that people have done, what they've done for us, things they've sent us, or just nice words they've said, or whatever. And just the whole Baker Creek thing that you saw in our video yesterday, them just showering us with seeds and with love and all that, that's not normal for this day and time. But in this homesteading community, that's just what we do. People pull together, they find out someone has a need, like hardiness approach. How many people went up there that were available at the time, because I know not everyone was, and just pitched in, just out of the goodness of their heart. That just refreshes my spirit. I don't know about you. It somehow restores my faith in people, because we start to think, is this world just going down the tubes fast? And in some ways it probably is, but there's a lot of beautiful, kind people left. And I feel like this homesteading community on YouTube is a really special thing. And I know y'all probably think so too. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless.